Hey everybody. Not that anybody asked, but I've talked with a friend now and then about one of my all-time favorite essays, things, whatever, that I've ever read that I thought I'd share with you all. After which I've given you guys a chance to watch this. I'm probably going to go and eat this video, delete it somehow. But anyway, wanted to share this with you all. I've got an anniversary coming up, 17 years, which, by the way, please give generously when you're asked for a donation to www.howthehelldidanybodyeverlivewithme for17years.com. But anyway, this is from a wonderful writer by the name of Ellen Goodman, who used to work for the Boston Globe, and it's an essay that's called Being Loved Anyway. From time to time, my Uncle Mike likes to pass on the wisdom of one generation to another, in his own fashion. On the subject of enduring love, for example, he and my aunt are role models of believability. They like each other, they have a good time together, and they have managed it for roughly 41 years. So when someone asks him the secret, he is more than willing to share the fact that he modeled his own success on his father's. My father would get up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say, "You're no bargain." This, I think, would make a hell of a Valentine. Maybe I'm just tired of people who pick at each other's imperfections like pimples. Maybe I know too many people trying to figure out if their mate is living up to expectations. Maybe I've met too many 6s who think they are slumming with anything less than a 10. But I think he is on to something. If you start your day looking your own flaws in the face, you might work a pretty good appetite of gratitude before breakfast. If you know you're no bargain in the morning, by evening you could be a Twitter with appreciation for someone who actually loves you anyway. From my own not particularly vast experience and my uncle's advice, it seems that this is the glue of any long-term attachment: being loved anyway. There are two ingredients to the sticky stuff. Number one, you have to know your own worst, and number two, you have to find someone who also knows it but doesn't think it's all that awful. Being loved anyway, you see, is not being regarded as perfect, but being accepted as imperfect. I don't suppose that sounds very romantic. Other people may want sonnets to their perfection and flowers for their pedestal. They want doilies of adoration. But frankly, adoration would make me nervous. I'd keep waiting to be discovered. I have a friend who got involved with a man who was in awe of her. It was outrageously flattering for about 3 months. The problem was, she said, she couldn't yet yell at her children in front of him. The problem was, she had to keep washing her hair. She simply couldn't live up to it. To this day, she refuses to trust the durability of any relationship in which she is still regularly shaving her legs. I have another friend who, as they say in the shrink trade, has difficulty getting close. He is sure that someone will find out that his heart of darkness is made of mud rather than chocolate. But because he never lets anyone in, he never trusts anyone in love with him, since by definition, she doesn't know him, because if she did know him, she would reject him. You get the picture. If there's a constant in life, it must be the human fear of being unlovable. In a recent interview, Phil Donahue was asked for the 4th time what he wanted from love and sighed finally, "Sometimes I think I invented insecurity." Baloney. Insecurity was invented by the first kid who was caught being bad and asked his mother, "Do you love me anyway?" The kid lives in all of us. The kid who is sure she won't be loved, she is bad. This kid is the one making the decision every day between the safety of hiding and the risk of discovery and the security of being loved anyway. I suppose it cuts both ways. We can't trust our own feelings for someone else until we've been disillusioned, embarrassed, hurt a time or two, and have come out caring. Now, I don't want to make this negative. We shouldn't send all our Valentines to those who love us at our worst. are those who worst we loved. I know people who have been loved for their weaknesses and hated for their strengths, and it was perfectly dreadful. We are told that people stay in love because of chemistry, or because they remain intrigued with each other, because of many kindnesses, because of luck. I also suspect that laughing together is vastly underrated. But part of it has got to be forgiveness and gratefulness. The understanding that so you're no bargain, but you love and you are loved anyway.